All right, class. So today is Thursday, the 20th. We are going to do the warm-up. I'm going to write in your planner. You should already be finished with the warm-up. Sorry. We're going to write our homework in our planner. After which, I'm going to make sure that you understand the order of your notebook. Okay? Order of notebook. Please make sure that you have your pages numbered correctly. Okay? We're going to finish yesterday the stations. Me going over the last two stations. I need to go over those. I'm going to finish that up. And then I'm going to introduce linear functions, okay, or linear equations in that order. You need to make sure that the study guide is finished. You finish the study guide, finish the packet. I need you to study for your test tomorrow. All right, you have the station work to help you with studying. I sent out a video from yesterday where I went through some of that stuff, and then you have the video today. Please make sure that you review your study guide and review your notes. Your test tomorrow is 15 questions. Okay, so you need to make sure that you finish iReady. Okay, iReady should be finished. It's due tomorrow. Tomorrow you're going to do your test online. For those of you that could not get logged in, there is a drop my earring somewhere. There is a paper copy, but you have to make sure that if you can't get logged in, yes, baby, that's fine. Please make sure that you take your test online. I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm absent tomorrow. I have a family emergency. So after you finish your online test, you need to make sure that your iReady project is complete, and you can also work on your project. Please make sure that you hold on to your packet. Don't turn in packets or anything that's tangible to a sub. Okay, so you turn in your packet on Monday when I return. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that I do return. On Monday. Thank you, babe. All right. Any questions about that? Okay. Your planner. Let's write our homework down in our planner. Please check off yesterday. If you watched the video, check it off. If you completed the homework last night, check it off. Tonight's homework, Math 1. If you didn't watch the videos for the study guide, please make sure you watch the videos for the study guide. If you miss the review from yesterday, please watch that video as well. You make sure that you finish the packet. Hold on to the packet until Monday. Hold on to your notebook until Monday or till I return. Please do not turn in physically, tangibly work with a sub. Never do that. Okay? You do it at your risk. If they lose it, too bad. You will get a 0 for that because I told you not to do that. It's never a good idea because they don't understand the organization of the classroom. It's never a good idea to give anything to a sub. Okay? So you do it at your own risk. If it's gone, it's gone. You'll do it over or you'll get a 0. Don't do it. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay. All right, if you have to go to the restroom, let's go to the restroom. If you don't, then please stay and work on a study guide or project. Okay, good folks. Let's look at the warm-up. Shh. All right, let's mark out the Thursday one. We didn't do Wednesday yesterday. Sorry. All right, so today we're doing this one. I'm going to show my work here. If you did it, that's fine, leave it. X1 is fine, it's all the same. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. All right, I'm going to use the formula. I'm going to show my workout to the side. We got M is equal to, okay, and, well, they want you to graph it, so let's graph it. We got -2. I'm going to make this just a little bit darker. -2 is to the left, 1, 2. +1 is up 1. +5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're connecting these 2 points. So now we're going to count rise over run for the slope. The letter for slope is M. I'm going to put M right here. So we're going to count. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the top number, up 7. To the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 over 7 reduces to what number? 1. So your slope is 1. Zeros is another way to say where does it cross the x-axis. If we're just drawing, it says linear. Well, that's okay. It's not, if we're just doing a line segment, it's not crossing the x. It's not crossing the x-axis if we're just doing a line segment. You see how it doesn't cross? So we would say none here because it doesn't cross the x-axis, this line segment. If we drew a line, if it wanted us to draw a line all the way through, then it would cross down here at 1, 2, -3. Okay? So it would cross at -3 if it wasn't a line segment. All right. Y-intercept is crossing right here at 1, 2, 3, +3. Okay, and x-intercept and zeros is really the same thing. I don't know why they put that on there, but whatever. Okay. Same thing, x-intercept. All right, let's do this one. Let's graph these points. This is x, this is y. Remember, f of x is the same as saying y. Make this just a little bit darker. All right. We got -3 on the x, that's to the left. 1, 2, 3. +10 is all the way up here. -2 and 8. It's -2 and 8. -1 and 6. How much is it going down by every single time? 2. So the slope is 2. It's going down by 2 every single time. Zeros and x-intercepts is the same. So where it crosses the x-axis, I think that they want you to draw these. You should have been clear about this one. I want you to draw the straight line. So let me keep going. Go down to 1, 2 over 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 over 1. It would cross right here on the x-axis. So it's going to cross, the x-intercept is going to be +2 if it stays in that pattern. The y-intercept is right here at +1, 2, 3, and 4. So then let me go back and do this one. And extend the line. So if I extend the line and make it a linear equation, it crosses here at 1, 2, +3. -3. Thank you, baby. And zeros is the same thing as x-intercepts. And that's it. Pause for the calls. All right, let's take out this sheet. Let's put our packet. Let's put our packet up. Please use it to study. Use your study guide. Please study. All right. Yes, baby. You need the sheet? Okay. This is how you find average rate of change. Remember, average rate of change and slope have the same meaning. You're going to use the formula. You could use rise over run or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You have to know the formula by heart. The formula is not given. Logan, you write this down? Come on, baby. Shh. All right, so what this means is that you have to have, if you can't concentrate and write, please just stop and concentrate, and then I'll give you a chance to write. They give you two x's. The first x, 0. The second x is 4. So what they give you essentially is x1 and y1 is missing. They give you x2, back table, and y2 is missing. So this is how you find those values so that you can figure out what slope is. You go to the line. You go to x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 here. What's the y value when x is equal to 0? 0. Any questions about how I get 0, 0? Okay. So this one, go to 4 on the x-axis and then go up to the line. What is the y value here? 2. So wants to know the rate of change from here to here. This is what they're asking for, this rate of change. So we're going to use slope formula. What are we going to put on the top? What minus what? On the top. Very good. So what's the numbers? 2 minus 0 there. And what goes on the bottom?
4 minus 0.
4 minus 0. So what does that give me on the top?
2.
On the bottom?
4.
Good job. Let's reduce the fraction. What is the fraction reduce? So the slope between these 2 points is 1/2. And you could have counted, you got rise over run, and you would have got your answer. 2 over 4 still would have given you 1/2. The second one, you got a question? You good? Okay. Yes, baby.
X equals 1, so then the y equals 2.
Okay. So we got 1 here. We got 4 here. We got x1, y1 is missing. We got x2, y2 is missing. All right. Okay. All right. So now, what do we put here for y1? We go to 1 on the x. 1 on the x is right here. Go to the line. What is the y value here?
1.
1. Now we got 4. We go over to 4 on the x. We go to the line. And what do we get?
2.
We get 2. All right. What do we get on the top? What minus what?
2 minus 1.
2 minus 1. What do we get on the bottom?
4 minus 1.
What do we get on the top? Bottom. Okay. Take out your notebook, please. Take out your notebook. This is page 28. No, it's page 20.
29, 30.
All right. So a couple things that we need to glue down. We're gluing down what? Yesterday's function. 29. That's what I thought. 28. Huh? It goes, all of this is stations. Yeah, you can. All right. So we are going to put this on page 28 because this is stations, right, y'all? Gonna pause for the calls. Make sure you glue all of the sheets down for station. The first couple stations you just showed the work, and that was fine. Please make sure that you glue down station 7 that we did together yesterday. 8, 9, and 10. Glue those down as well. All of page 28. All right, page 28. Okay, so now this is the end of quarter 1. So we're going to write end of quarter 1. The grade sheet we're going to put here. When the sheet that I use to grade your interactive notebook, when I give you that sheet back, you're going to paste that sheet here. What's wrong, babe?
No, never mind.
Shh. All right, so here we go. Shh, guys. All right, turn to the first page so we can go through, make sure you need to make a list for yourself, which pages you have and which page is actually missing. Let me go through that really quickly with you. Shh. All right, so we have the intro page. Please make sure your first and last name is on the first page. Page 2 is the syllabus. Page 3 is rules. Page 4 is math practices. Page 5 is math 1 formulas. Page 6 is your goals. Please make sure that page is completed. You were supposed to complete that. It was a while back. Page 7 is intro to math 1. Page 8, real number system. Page 9 is real number system graphic organizer. Looks just like this. We did those together. Page 10 is expressions. Okay. Page 11, it's parts of an algebraic expression foldable. Page 12, order of operations. We finished all of those. Page 13 is keywords for adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing or division. Page 14 is expressions worksheet. Page 15 is solving equations. More solving equations. More solving equations. Page 16 is solving inequalities. More solving inequalities. Page 17 is review. Quarter 1, W1 review quiz. More of that. Page 18 is inequalities. in the real world. Inequalities in the real world. No, that was the sheet. That was one where I had the slideshow presentation or whatever, where we wrote down. Yeah, correct. Page 19 is the coloring. The coloring activity. Okay.
One thing I love about that one is what about the coloring sheet itself?
Yeah, I didn't color. You colored. You paste your coloring sheet down.
I thought we pasted it in here.
Yeah.
I was lost what we did.
Yeah. Yes, that's why. All right. We'll go back and get it done. Yes. That's fine. Just number the page. Shh, hush, guys. Stop talking so much. This is 35% of your grade. Page 20, equation word problems. Okay. Page 21, literal equations. It's a lot of examples of literal equations. We did some practice problems, all labeled the same page. Some people put it on the worksheet and they pasted the worksheet. That's fine. But, I did it on paper. Okay. All right. Page 22. Sorry. Scavenger hunt. You could put the paper here or the work here. We didn't finish it, so it doesn't have to be finished.
Is that the one where we walked around?
Where we walked around. Yeah. All right. Make sure you paste that sheet here. If you showed your work, you can paste that here as well. Page 23. Functions. Okay. There's a lot of notes on functions. We had graphs, functions, examples of functions. Page 24. Key features of a graph. Key features of a graph examples. Okay. Page 25. Solving for f of x. And solving for f of x. We had examples for solving of f of x. More examples for solving for f of x. Page 26. Yep, 26. Forgot to put the page here. Average rate of change. Okay, examples for average rate of change. Page 27. Matho. Okay. And page 28. Stations review. Don't forget to paste those pages down. Any questions? All right. New quarter. Q2 now. No, you're fine. I'm not writing anything but Q2. You pause for the calls. All right. So this is the second quarter. Okay. We're going to start the second quarter pages today. Even though we're still in the first quarter, we're starting the second quarter pages today. This will go on our second notebook check. Okay. Intro to linear functions. All right. We're going to start off with what a linear equation is. Linear equations. There is a smaller word in linear, which is line. A line is an infinite number of points. It's a straight line. A line, by definition, has an infinite number of points. Okay. Here, these lines or a linear equation are equations that graph straight lines. Equations that graph straight lines. Linear equations are equations that graph straight lines. We're going to do some examples of what those lines look like. There are 4 different kinds of lines or linear equations. So we're going to draw for graphs. Pause for the codes. All right. A linear equation could graph a line that is straight and it goes up. This linear equation has a positive slope because as x increases, y increases. So this linear equation, it graphed or has a positive slope. So m is going to be a positive number. Another example is that a linear equation could graph a line that is going down as x increases, y increases, a straight line that progressively goes down. This linear equation graphed a line that has a negative slope. The third line, this linear equation could graph a line that is horizontal. It could graph a line that is horizontal. This linear equation has no slope. There's no steepness to this line. Yes, the slope or m would be 0. Then the last straight line or linear equation type that you might see is an equation that graphs a line that is vertical. An equation that graphs a line that is vertical. This linear equation has undefined slope. Linear equation has undefined slope. That means that m has a number that's on the top, but 0 is on the bottom. Okay, anytime you have a number on top divided by 0, the answer there is undefined. It's no such thing, okay? So when you get an answer where there's a number on top and 0 is the denominator, it's undefined. Any questions so far? N over 0. All right, so let's look at these. Let's look and see which one is a function and which one's not a function. This line right here, is this line a function or not a function? Function. All of the x values that or possible x values that's on this line are all different. This is a function. This is a linear function. Not only does this linear equation graph a straight line, but it is also a function. So you can also say that this is a linear function. This linear equation graph a line that goes down. Is this a function or not a function? All of the x values that are on this line are all different. This is a function. So you can call this a linear function as well. Is this linear equation, is this graph a function?
Yes.
Yes. You can also say that this is a linear function because this line graphs a line where all the x values are different. What about this linear equation? No. All of the x values on this line, all of these ordered pairs have the same x coordinate. This is the only linear function that, or linear equation, sorry. This is the only linear equation that is not a function. Vertical lines are not functions. They're linear equations, but they are not functions. Any questions about that? Last thing on this page, okay? Non-linear functions or non-linear equations, Miss Reyes. Stop saying functions. It's a habit. I'm sorry. Non-linear equations. These are equations that do not graph a straight line. Equations that do not graph straight lines. If it doesn't graph a straight line, then it's called non-linear, okay? Let's do 3 examples. We can do a bunch, but we'll just do 3. All right. Nonlinear functions are nonlinear equations are equations when you graph those equations, they don't graph straight lines. So if when you graph an equation there's a curve to it, it's nonlinear. If it's not a perfect straight line, that means it's nonlinear. It has to be a perfect straight line in order to be linear. This is nonlinear. So that means that U-shaped lines are also non-linear because it is not a straight line. So an S-like line, of course, is not a straight line, so that makes it not linear. Any graph that is not perfectly straight line is non-linear. Any questions? Some lines can be linear like, if they say maybe it has a linear relationship, they're not saying that it's a perfect straight line. It's almost a perfect straight line. But when you're talking about the difference between linear and nonlinear lines, linear equations graph perfect straight lines. Nonlinear equations do not graph perfect straight lines. Any questions? All right, let's make sure we put our calculators back. Let's make sure we put our supply bags back.